Good morning, friends and church family. It's great to be with you this morning. We had an awesome time at the Easter service. It was just a wonderful, beautiful service with the church family coming together. Family and friends I haven't seen in a long time joined us, and we had a great time on Sunday. I began thinking about this because I knew I was up for the refresh on this week after Easter Sunday, and I think about what the people of Israel thought the Messiah was supposed to be. They believed that the Messiah was going to set them free from the Romans, the occupiers, the enemy. And that isn't what Christ came to do. In a way, sets us free from ourselves because we tend to be our own worst enemies sometimes. But he set us free from bondage to sin and the slavery of sin. Paul writes about this, and when he is a man who understands the law, and he writes about how it was easy to jump back into the law and forget the freedom that we have in Christ. In Galatians 5:1 says this, "Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty by which Christ made us free, and do not be engaged again with the yoke of bondage." He's talking about the law and the rules and the regulations of religion. And we do that, and we don't benefit from the real spiritual message of scriptures when we do. Paul was guilty of this, and he knew it. He was speaking out of his own personal experience when he talks about that bondage to the law. He understood that because he was a Pharisee of Pharisees and a man who believed he followed the law to the letter. But yet we're not able to do that. That's the power of Christ in our hearts that enables us to live a life without sin. And even when we mess up, he's there for us to forgive us and help us to move forward so we continue to change and grow. I like the way Bill Wilson put it in the big book, the big book, Alcoholics Anonymous. He said, "We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection." Yes, we're being perfected, and heart holiness is a state in which I am so reliant on God in my heart and my soul that my desire is to never sin ever. But the desire of my heart isn't something I'm always able to actually keep perfectly. And if I turn it into this keeping rules and keeping rules and keeping rules, I ruin the relationship that I have with Christ and the freedom that I have in this. Christ died to set me free. He rose from that grave on Sunday to set us free. And one of the ways he sets us free is from ourselves. He sets us free from addictions. He sets us free from hurts and habits and hang-ups. He sets us free from shame and remorse and guilt from our past. And he turns us into a new person that can walk upright and walk in the glory of God and walk as an adopted son of God. What a gift this is. This was one of my biggest problems with religion as I became a Christian. As I got sober and I started learning about God. And the big revelation I had when I became a Christian was that it was all about freedom. I grew up in church and all I heard was rules and regulations. Not that that's what they were teaching. That's what I was, I guess, choosing to hear or choosing to look at. Because probably in my own heart, I was more interested in going the wrong way. But when I started having to change my life, because if I didn't turn my life to God, I wasn't going to be able to quit drinking, I found out that I was being set free from drinking. I was being set free from those worldly things that were ruining my life. My family was healed. My life was changed. I found a church family. I've got so much in my life today that I never dreamed I could have. And it's all because I let Christ set me free. And yeah, do I mess up? Yeah, I do. But I have an opportunity to make that right with God every day. As I stay spiritually fit, as I stay in his word, as I get honest with another brother about my shortcomings, and I look to where I can help another man stay sober one day or stay clean for a day. And as we move forward together, we have this powerful thing as this fellowship in Christ, as we help each other grow and become strong in Christ, and as we realize that today we get to walk in freedom. And it's a freedom I never had in my life. And as being a Christian, it's all about freedom. I hope that helps you today. I hope you had a fantastic Easter and hope you celebrated that Jesus set you free.